and we've got support coming in at around 38 to 39,000. So pretty much in between 39,000 and 41,000 is more of a where the Bitcoin price is essentially bouncing between support and resistance at the moment. And then when the Bitcoin price eventually either breaks resistance or support, that is when we'll choose our next about support and resistance. Right now we do have a lack of confirmation, but over here on the 12-hour Bitcoin chart, we've just seen some brand new bullish signals form on this time frame. First of all, looking at the parabolic stop and reverse indicator, this has just flipped back into the green on the 12-hour Bitcoin chart. Also, we have just confirmed a bullish cross in the 12-hour Bitcoin MACD, and as of right now, the 12-hour Bitcoin RSI is attempting another bullish trend reversal. And if you're looking at what we have seen over the past 2 to 3 months, almost every single time where all three of these indicators are pointing in the bullish direction, that has resulted in another short-term bullish trend in the Bitcoin price. So having these bullish signals form on the 12-hour Bitcoin chart technically increase the probability of the Bitcoin price entering into a new uptrend again on the smaller timeframes. But even though we are starting to see some bullish signals form on this chart, we cannot call this an uptrend until the Bitcoin price at least starts forming some higher highs, because right now, over the past few days, the Bitcoin price has been forming some higher lows. But if you're looking at this shorter term trend Bitcoin has been in over the past couple of weeks, we are yet to form a new higher high at the time of recording this video. And for that, ideally, we need to break above these points of resistance that I just spoke about earlier. So basically, these bullish signals on the 12-hour Bitcoin chart are telling us that a new uptrend, a shorter term uptrend in the Bitcoin price is very close. But technically speaking, because we are still forming lower highs at the time of recording this video, we are not in the next uptrend just yet. And over here on the daily Bitcoin chart, technically speaking, when you're talking about this multi-month trend, we are still in this larger uptrend in the Bitcoin price, but in this shorter term downtrend, because ever since the beginning of this year, the Bitcoin price has been forming higher highs and higher lows on the daily Bitcoin chart. And these important levels of support to pay attention to are coming in at around 39,000 when you're talking about this ascending line of support. And so while the Bitcoin price is still holding above those important levels of support, we're actually still looking pretty good here on the daily time frame. And we would only start flipping much more bearish again on the larger time frames if we see a confirmed break below all of these levels of support that I just mentioned. And if you're looking at the daily Bitcoin price oscillators, we are getting closer to them flipping bullish again, but we are still a little further away from the 12-hour Bitcoin charts, because as I just said, some of these indicators like the MACD have already flipped bullish again on the 12-hour Bitcoin charts. But based on the current trajectory of the histogram approaching the zero line in the daily Bitcoin MACD, we're probably at least a few days away from seeing another bullish cross in the daily Bitcoin MACD. And obviously, if we see a bullish signal like that on the daily time frame, that will just add extra confirmation to this potential bullish reversal in the Bitcoin price, talking about these shorter term bullish and bearish trends. Because if you're looking at the last time that daily Bitcoin price oscillators started to flip more bullish again, that was around 1 month ago. And after that point, the Bitcoin price pumped from around 38,000 to above 48,000, a $10,000 pump in the Bitcoin price. But once again, we have not seen these indicators flip bullish again on the daily time frame just yet, but we are getting closer to them. And if you zoom out to the 3-day Bitcoin chart, we need to see that short-term bullish reversal pretty quick in order to avoid a potential bearish cross coming soon in the 3-day Bitcoin MACD, which we have not seen just yet, but we are getting close to it. But looking at the 3-day Bitcoin RSI, despite seeing a small rejection from this massive line of resistance, the 3-day Bitcoin RSI is still within this uptrend, forming higher lows and higher highs. And so technically speaking, we are still looking more bullish than bearish on the larger timeframes. All we're waiting on now is the Bitcoin price breaking above those points of resistance that I mentioned earlier in this video. And checking out the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, right now the Bitcoin market is still sitting in fear. And looking at the Bitcoin order books across all of these exchanges, right now we still have a lot more buy orders to the downside compared to sell orders to the upside. And looking in the buy orders, we have a fairly even distribution of buy orders to the downside. But if you're looking in the sell orders, we have a lot of sell orders coming into play at around $42,000 per Bitcoin, which means we could find a decent amount of resistance at 42,000, which also falls in line with what I was saying earlier, with this range of resistance around 42,000 approximately. But anyway, if you made it this far in the video, you might as well leave a like down below